Okay, so let's try to solve problem number 2. So sabi dito, determine the smallest moment of inertia I required for the beam shown so that its maximum deflection does not exceed 1 over 360 ng span length. So ibig sabihin, ang hinahanap niya dito class, yung Y max mo daw should be less than or equal to L over 360. Actually, we can calculate L over 360, no? I-convert ko na lang agad siya sa millimeter. So, ano mangyayari doon? So, equal ko na lang to. Ganon din naman yan. So, Y max is equivalent to, ano ba yung length natin? 6,000 over 360. So, therefore, this is 6,000 50 over 3. So, this is 50 divide 3 in millimeter. So, therefore, kukopyahin na lang natin yung Y max and then we can now solve the value of the moment of inertia. So, paano kaya yun? So, ngayon, in this portion or in this problem, hindi ko gagawin class yung traditional na ginawa natin, which is moment diagram by parts. So, gawin ko, natural na shear and moment diagram. Okay lang din naman yun, no? So, ngayon, kunyari, magdodraw tayo ng natural na shear and moment diagram. So, if you remember, kapag magdodraw ka ng shear diagram, so of course, parang ganito yan. Hopefully, alam na natin mag-drawing ng shear and moment diagram, no? Parang ganyan yung shear diagram niya. Paano ko nasabing ganyan? Kasi, di ba, aangat ka due to the reaction. And then, ibababa ka ng force. Uniform load, so 0 degree. Pagdating mo sa shear, first degree. And then, iniangat ka naman ng another reaction. So, therefore, parang ganyan. Triangular, no? So, ngayon, ano nga ba reaction dito? If you'll remember, ang reaction dyan is just WL over 2. So, ito din, WL over 2. So, kung WL over 2 yan, class, so, ibig sabihin, ang height mo dito is WL over 2. Tapos, ang height mo din dito, WL over 2. Since pareha silang WL over 2, malamang, ito class, yung length na to is L over 2. Yung length din nito is L over 2. Ngayon, ano bang appearance ng ating moment diagram? So, ganito. So, since this is first degree, tapos decreasing positive, so, ganyan yung itsura dyan. Tapos ito, first degree din, so second degree yung curve na naman natin. Tapos, increasing negative, so parang ganito. So, spandrel. Pwede ko nang buuin. Ganyan class, no? So, ngayon, how do we get the value of the height of this moment diagram? So, paano kaya? Di area lang nito. So, paano ba yan? 1/2, kasi triangle yan. Ito ko na nalagay, ha? 1/2 WL over 2 times the length, which is L over 2. So, therefore, this is WL squared over 8. Okay? So, ngayon, ang height pala nito class is WL squared over 8. So, lagyan natin yung value. This is, ano ba yung W? 45. Ang L natin is 6 squared over 8. So, ilan yan? 6 squared over 8. So, that is 202.5. Don't forget, we need to divide that by EI. Okay? So, ngayon, meron na tayong moment diagram. So, kailangan na lang natin i-drawing elastic curve. So, i-drawing natin elastic curve dito. So, elastic curve natin, parang ganito, no? So, actually, if you want to take a look at our figure, halata naman kung saan nag-o-occur yung maximum deflection. So malamang, since this is symmetric, the maximum deflection will occur at the center, no? So ito yung Ymax natin. Pero kung nagkudududa ka kung paano computein yung value ng x sa maximum deflection, you could always refer to the tangent line drawn from the location of the maximum deflection. Let's say, you want to get the value of Ymax, no? Nagdraw ka ng tangent line. Sabihin mo ito ay point A, ito ay point B, tapos ito ay point C. So, ibig sabihin pala class, ito ay tangent line sa point C. Ngayon, paano gagawin mo dyan? So, gawa ka din dito ng tangent line sa point B. Pwede rin point A, no? It's up to you. Okay, so ibig sabihin, ito ay tangent line sa B. Gets? So, ang angle dito, class, this is your theta B. Tapos ang angle dito, this is theta. Subtended angle between two tangent. This is theta CB or theta BC, pares lang. Pwede mo rin equate yan sa theta B. Makukuha mo yung x value dyan, no? Using that relationship. Ngayon, kapag nakuha mo na yan, basically, ang value lang yan is 3. Kasi nga, symmetric yung beam natin, tapos simply supported, malamang the maximum deflection will occur at the midspan. Naintindihan po? So, ibig sabihin, hindi na natin kailangan problemahin yan. Halata naman sa figure, no? O ngayon, anong next step na natin? So, ibig sabihin, kapag naglagay ako ng linya dito, plus yung height niyan, di ba that is equivalent also to Ymax? Coincidentally, yan ay equivalent din sa tangential deviation ng B from the tangent line drawn from C. So, it means that if we want to get the value of Ymax, we would need to get the value of TBC. So, TBC is just the area in between B and C multiplied by x bar B. So, ngayon, kukuhanin lang naman natin yung area nito. Makukuha na natin yung Ymax. Pero, di ba hindi natin na-derive yung area niyan? If you'll remember, ang na-derive natin na formula is like this. Kanina, no, yung generic formula. Kapag naglagay ka ng spandrel dito, yan. Ang nakuha nating formula kanina, o yung pinakita ko kanina, is ito. Which is equivalent to 1/3 base times height, considering that this is the base, and then this is the height. Ang kailangan kasi natin is itong portion na to, class. Paano natin makukuha yung area na yan? O, di ba para siyang rectangle? O, yung rectangle, bawasan mo na ito, edi makukuha mo tong area ng matabang spandrel. So, the area of this one is equivalent to area ng rectangle, base times height, minus 1/3 ng base times height. So, that is just equivalent to 2/3 base times height. So, okay na tayo sa area. Pero take note, ang tangential deviation, we would need the distance of the centroid. Ang unang binanggit sa atin is TBC o yung B. So, therefore, yung centroid mo is with reference to point B. Kung ito ay point B, no? Ayan, no? Point B. So, ibig sabihin, distance from here to here. So, ito yung reference mo. Yan yung B mo. So, kailangan natin kuhanin tong centroid na to. Tawagin natin x bar. Actually, yan yung x bar B mo. How would you get the value of x bar B? So, pwede kang gumamit ng Varignon's theorem, class. Ano bang sabi ni Varignon's? Sabi ni Varignon's, area total multiplied by the centroid is equivalent to the summation of individual area times its centroid, no? So, ngayon, kung ilang man yung area na yan. So, gamitin natin yan. Ang gawin natin, area ng spandrel na mataba, itong matabang spandrel, is equivalent, area ng spandrel na mataba times the centroid is equivalent to the area of the rectangle multiplied by the centroid of rectangle minus area nung spandrel na papayat multiplied by the centroid of spandrel na papayat. Kasi hindi naman natin kailangan to. Kailangan lang natin itong portion na to. No? So, paano natin gagawin yan? Area total is 2/3 base times height and then x bar. Again, yung unang area is rectangle, so base times height. Ang centroid niya is B over 2. And then minus, kasi siyempre rectangle, minus ito, makukuha mo to, no? So, minus 1/3 base times height times centroid. If you'll remember, ang generic formula is 1/n plus 2. So, since second degree ka, So, yung centroid mo is 1/4 ng base. Nangyayari? So, cancel natin. Similar terms. So, this will be x bar is equivalent to b over 2. And then minus b over 12 divided by 2/3. So, therefore, your x bar here is, okay, 1/2 minus 1 over 12. So, ito plus 2 over 3. So, parang 5 over 8 times b. No? So, meron na tayong area, meron na tayong centroid. We can now calculate the value of TBC. So, dito na lang. No? So, TBC is equivalent to Y max is equivalent to 1 over EI times 2 over 3 times the height, which is 202.5. The base is x, which is 3. And then, the centroid is, ano kaya? 5 over 8 times b. So, 5 over 8 times b, which is 3. Okay? So, yung y max natin, class, is equivalent to 2 over 3, 202.5 times 3 times 5. 759.375. So, 759.375 over EI. Okay? So, ngayon, if you want to get the value of the I, so, syempre, equate mo lang yan. Itong 50 over 3, equate mo dun sa Y max. So, lagay natin. So, 50 over 3 is equivalent to 759.375 over EI. So, ano yung E natin? 200,000. And then, yung I yung hinahanap natin. Okay? So, ngayon, ano bang unit ng numerator? Madali lang yan, class, no? Tingnan mo lang dito. Diba, this is coming from the moment diagram. So, ibig sabihin ng unit niyan is kilonewton meter. Minultiplyan mo ng length, meter. Minultiplyan mo centroid, meter din. So, ang unit nito, class, is kilonewton meter cube. So, ang gagawin mo lang, for it to be consistent in unit, you need to multiply this by 1,000 raised to 4. Okay? So, therefore, your I will be in millimeter raised to 4. No? So, ilan kaya yon? So, ang value nito is 227.8125 in millimeter raised to 4. Okay? So, anong sinasabi ko lang dito? Sinasabi ko lang dito, class, na if nahihirapan kang gumamit ng moment diagram by parts, you could always rely on doing the traditional shear and moment diagram. Parehas lang po ang lalabas dyan. No? It's up to you kung saan ka mas madadalian. But for me, mas madali yung moment diagram by parts para hindi ka na dumaan sa shear diagram. Okay? So, that's how we answer problem number 2. So, now, let's try to solve problem number 3. Okay, so let's try to solve problem number 3. So, sabi dito, calculate the following for the cantilever beam shown. Assume EI is 120 kilonewton meter squared. So, ang pinapahanap, maximum deflection in millimeter, and then slope at the free end in degrees. So, we have a cantilever beam. Fixed sa left end, and then free end sa right end, no? And then, we also have a concentrated loading, 50 kilonewton. Remember, class, ang sabi ko kanina, if you want to have a reference point in moment diagram by parts, you have to be strategic. Meaning, you have to cancel as many forces as you can, no? So, ngayon, kung pipili ako ng reference point dito, class, kapag dito yung ni-reference point ko sa free end, kinancel ko si 50, I would be having the reaction, the vertical reaction at the free end, as well as the moment reaction. So, dalawa. Pero, pag nag-reference point ako sa free end, class, makakancel ko yung moment as well as the vertical reaction. Therefore, making my force isa lang, which is equivalent to 50 kilonewton, which is concentrated loading pa. So, ibig sabihin, kapag dinrawing ko yan dito, class, triangular lang yan, first degree. Okay? So, what's the value of that? So, ngayon, to get the value of that, that is just equivalent to negative kasi pababa. Sorry. So this is negative 50 times 7 over EI. So therefore, this is negative 350 over EI. Naintindihan po? Ngayon, kung hahanapin mo yung maximum deflection, you need to draw the elastic curve. So drawing tayo ng elastic curve. Nyari, yan yung beam natin. Okay, drawing tayo ng elastic curve. Ngayon, pare-parehas lang naman lahat ng elastic curve ng cantilever beam. Since this is a fixed support, ibig sabihin walang slope dyan. Ibig sabihin medyo straight portion dyan, pababa ng paganito. Parang ganito class, no? Ganyan yung itsura ng ating elastic curve dyan. Ngayon, parang wala kang makita, no? So, parang wala kang makita kung paano mo masasolve yung maximum deflection. Kasi ito yun, no? From here to here, this is your maximum deflection. Ngayon, kung wala kang makita, kailangan mo maglagay ng different tangent line. Lagyan natin points. Ito yung point A ko. Ito yung point B ko. Drawing akong tangent line sa point B para may makita tayong liwanag, no? Ayan. Naglagay akong tangent line sa point A. Tapos, ngayon, since yan yung tangent line ko sa point A, ibig sabihin pala, ang tawag din dito class is tangential deviation of B from the tangent line drawn from A. Tama? Kasi ito yung tangent line mo sa A, ito yung representation ng deflected shape ng point B, so ibig sabihin TBA, tangential deviation of B from the tangent line drawn from A. Ibig sabihin, if you want to get the value of Y max, kukumpitin mo lang ito. O let's try computing for that. So ano mangyayari? So Y max is equivalent to TBA is equivalent to 1 over EI multiplied by, ano to? Diba triangle lang man to in area in between point A and point B. So ito yung point A mo, ito yung point B. So therefore, triangle 1/2 negative. Height is 350, length is 7. Centroid, unang binanggit si B, so therefore, 2/3 ng 7. Okay? So what's the value of Y max? So 1/2 say this is 17150 over 3. Again, anong unit neto? Ang unit neto class is kilonewton meter cube. Ngayon, given yata tayo ng value ng EI or the flexural rigidity, which is 120 kilonewton meter squared. And then we want to get the value of the deflection in millimeter. So therefore, i-plug in na natin yung value ng EI. So Y max is equivalent to 17150 over EI of 3 EI. So this is 120, 1, 2, 3. Ang unit nito, kilonewton meter cube. Yung isa, yung denominator, kilonewton meter squared. So anong mangyayari dito class? So pwede natin i-cancel si kilonewton. Cancel din natin yung dalawa. So magiging meter na lang ito. Pero sabi ng problem, kailangan daw natin sagutan in millimeter. So we need to multiply this by 1,000. Okay? So yung Y max natin is 17150. 3. So ang sagot is 47.639 millimeter. That is in downward deflection. So that is our answer for letter A of problem number 3 or number 1. Problem number 3. Okay? So ngayon, try natin i-solve naman yung slope at the free end in degrees. How do we solve that slope in free end? Again, wala kang makikita dito hanggat hindi ka nagdodraw ng mga tangent line. So, i-drawing natin yung tangent line sa point B. So, ito yon. So, again, tawagin natin yan TB. Asan yung slope sa point B? E di mag-drawing ka ng horizontal line. Okay? So, yung horizontal line up to the tangent line, the angle it produced is what we call slope sa free end. Or tawagin na lang natin theta B. Tama? So, ngayon, parang wala kang makita no, kung paano masosolve si theta B. So, you could always refer to this one. Di ba ito rin ay theta B? Talasan nyo lang yung mga mata nyo. No? So, ito rin ay theta B. Tama? Kung yan ay theta B, subtended angle between two tangent yan eh. Anong tangent yon? Tangent A at tangent B. Tama ba? Ayan, nag-cross yung landas nila dito. So, ibig sabihin, ito rin ay theta BA. So, if you want to get the value of theta B or the slope at the free end, kukuhanin mo lang din si theta BA. So, let's try to solve that one. So, theta BA or theta BA is equivalent to 1 over EI times negative 1/2 350 times 7. Okay? So, what's the value of theta BA? 1/2 350 times 7. So, this is 1225 over EI. Ang unit nito class, kilonewton meter squared. Bakit? Kasi ito ay kilonewton meter, minultiplyan mo ng meter, so therefore kilonewton meter squared. So ngayon, ilagay na natin yung value ni EI, so theta BA is equivalent to 1225 over 120. 123 kilonewton meter squared. Ito rin kilonewton meter squared. So cancel, wala nang unit. So remember, ang angle na walang unit, ang tawag dyan radian. O, ang sabi sa problem, we want to get the value of the slope in degrees. So therefore, we need to convert this into degrees. So ang sabi din is, yung 180 degrees is meron kang pi radian. Cancel si radian. So therefore, anong value natin ng theta BA? .585 degrees. Okay? So that is our answer. Ngayon, anong rotation niyan? Clockwise. Ayan, kitang-ina naman, horizontal line to the tangent line, that is in clockwise direction. So ngayon baka may manilito, sir, di ba negative sign o may negative sa sagot dito? O nga, tama yan, no? Negative. So ano bang ibig sabihin ng negative tangential deviation? I said earlier na although it doesn't have any sign convention, no, yung ating moment area method, walang sign convention. It does have a representation kung nasan yung location ng elastic curve with reference to the tangential deviation. If negative yung tangential deviation, it means that nasa baba niya yung elastic curve. Ngayon, tama nga ba yun? O, tingnan nyo. So, di ba ito yung tangent line? Sorry. O, di ba ito yung tangent line sa A? Ito yung elastic curve ngayon. O, tamang-tama, negative talaga yung inaasahan mong sagot. Kasi yung tangent line sa A, nasa baba niya si elastic curve. So, you will expect a negative value here. But since we don't have any sign convention considering moment area method, ninegate ko na yung sign convention, kaya nirekta ko na sa pag-compute ng Ymax. Basta lagyan nyo na lang ng direction. Okay? So, that's how we solve problem number 3. So, let's now try to solve problem number 4. So, ngayon, paano na natin masasolve yung problem number 4? Actually, same lang, no? Gawa ko ulit moment diagram by parts. So, dito ko ulit mag-reference point para ma-eliminate mo na naman yung vertical reaction as well as the moment reaction, no? So, i-drawing ko lang. Ang kinaibahan lang nito, meron na siyang uniform load. Okay, this is for the concentrated load 50. So, therefore, ang value neto class is negative 50 times 8. 8 na tayo class ha, kasi 4 plus 4. No? By the way, ganun pa din yung hinahanap. Binago lang yung EI. 240 kN meter squared. Okay? So, 50 times 8 divided by EI. So, this is, kaya ito, 400. So, this is negative 400 over EI. By the way, this is point A, point B. Okay? And then for the other one, puro lagyan natin linya. For the other one, uniformly distributed load. So, pababa. Pababa din sa reference point ko. So, kaya na kaya itsura niyan. Parang pa ganito. No? Anong value niyan? So, ang value niyan is parang nag-moment ka lang dun sa point A. So, therefore, 12 times 4 times 2. So, negative nga lang. Negative 12 times 4 times 2 divided by EI. So, what's the value of this? Negative 96 over EI. So, ngayon, paano natin susolvein yan? Actually, again, like I said earlier, all of the appearance of the elastic curve of cantilever beam is just the same, no? Paano yan? Pag naglagay ka ng elastic curve dito, maganda. Okay? So, this is your Y max. Point A, point B, tapos tangent line. Tangent line sa point A. Tangent line sa point B. So, ito class is the representation of B pag nag-deflect na. So, therefore, ito ay T A, BA. So, tangential deviation of point B from the tangent line drawn from A. So, computin na natin yan, class. So, paano kaya yon? So, Y max is equivalent to TBA is equivalent to 1 over EI times area in between B and A. So, unahin na natin tong triangle. So, negative 1/2 times 400 times 8. Centroid, unang binanggit si B. So, therefore, that's 2/3 ng 8. And then, minus spandrel. So, ang serya ng spandrel na ganyan is 1 n plus 1. Tama ba? So, therefore, this is 1 over 3 times the height, which is 96. And then, the length is 4. 96, 4. Centroid class is unang binanggit si B. So, ang centroid dito, ito class, pag kinompute mo, yan yung 1/4. Pero kasi kailangan natin to. So, that's 3/4. 3/4 ng 4 plus 4. Okay? So, 3/4 ng 4 plus 4. Okay? So, what's the value of Y max? A over 4. 28238 over 3. EI. So again, ninegate ko na yung negative sign and the unit for this one is kilonewton meter cube. So again, binigyan naman tayo ng EI to 40 kilonewton meter squared. So i-plug in na lang natin. So therefore, Y max is equivalent to 28238 times 1,000. Divide ko to class ng T. 240,123. Yung 1,000 class is kagaya lang ng ginawa natin from previous problem, no? Tingnan nyo na lang. This is 39.219 millimeter. That is projected onward. Okay? Natin? So, same naman, no? Nagkamali lang siguro. But 219. Okay. So, baka nagkamali lang ng type. Okay, so that is our answer for the maximum deflection about the slope in degrees. So ganun lang din, gawa ka ng horizontal line dito, class. So ito yung iyong theta B. Ito rin, theta B. So ito, theta BA. So tangent angle between two tangent, na. Okay, so theta BA is equivalent to 1 over EI negative 1/2 times 400 times 8 minus 100, 1/3, 96 times 4. So yan na yan. Okay, what's the value of theta B? (1728) over EI. Lagyan natin si EI, class, and then convert natin into degrees. (180 over pi). So 0.413 degrees. That is in clockwise direction. So therefore, that is our answer. So let's see. So tama naman, no? So that is how we solve problem number 4. Ang pinagkaiba lang nito, class, is nagkaroon tayo ng uniform loading. Okay? So let's try to solve problem number 5.